Today we are going to talk about the frequency and how the frequency produces for the propeller of the boat is related with the frequency produced for the generators when the generators in your boat are producing power. And we are going to use the formula for frequency, and we are going to analyze why when I use that formula to calculate the frequency produced for that propeller, it's the same formula that you use to calculate the frequency produced for that generator. Let me explain the formula. The formula says that the frequency, this is the symbol, is equal to the number of blades in case of the propeller times the engine RPMs and divided by 120. That's okay? All right, pay attention. The number of blades is the number of blades of the propeller. In this particular case, this propeller is 3 blades. I am going to put 3 blades here. And we are going to calculate different frequencies at different engine RPMs. The frequency in idle, the frequency at the peak torque, you remember? The peak torque in gasoline engines and the peak torque in diesel engines around 1400 RPMs, 1500 RPMs, and divided by 120. And we are going to calculate the frequency at wide open throttle. And also in electricity, we are going to use, this is in mechanical systems. In mechanical systems. In the propulsion system. In electricity, the formula is the same. In electricity, frequency is the number of poles in the rotor times the engine RPMs and divided by 120. It's exactly the same formula. Here is the number of blades of the propeller, and here, my friends, is the number of poles in the rotor. How many poles have this rotor? 1, 2, 3, and 4. And in the propulsion system is the number of blades. The engine RPMs and 120, the engine RPMs and 120. It's the same formula. Interesting. Let me explain something, guys. In American Power, we are going to talk about the electricity. Follow me. In American Power, how much is the frequency for American Power? 60 hertz. Oh, frequency is 60 hertz. That's the frequency, and is equal to the number of poles on the generator. The majority of the generators are 4 poles on the rotor. 4 poles. Times the engine RPM and divided by 120. How much should be the RPMs to produce 60? RPMs is equal to 120 times 60 divided by 4. How much is that? 1800 RPMs. That's okay? For 60 hertz. For 50 hertz, my friends, for 50 hertz, what is the frequency? The frequency is 4 poles times the RPMs and divided by 120. How much should be the RPMs to produce 50? 120 times 50 divided by 4. How much is that? This is 1500. Nice. The generator in a boat that produces American Power with 60 hertz, the generator should be rotating at how much RPMs? 1800 RPMs. Constant. This is why you hear that the generator no adjust the RPMs. The RPMs are constant in order to keep the frequency constant. How much should be the rotation of a European generator to produce 50 hertz? 1500. Okay, good. Now let me check my boat. I have vibration today in this boat. My boat have 3 blades. 3 blades. No? And we check the boat and we start the vibration in between 1600 and 1900. You remember? RPMs. Okay, how much is 3 times 1600 divided by 120? 3 times 1600 divided by 120, secretary? 40. 40. How much is 3 times 1900 divided by 120?
47.5.
47. Okay, pay attention. And after that, over 1900, no vibration. You remember? Because after that is pretty close to 50 and 60. Let me explain something. What happened? I am coming from Colombia. Salsa, merengue, vallenato. Can I dance with a lady, Venezuelan lady? Yes, the Venezuelan lady, we dance similar. Can I dance with a Cuban lady? Yes, because the salsa is the same. Can I dance with a Russian lady? No, because, no, my friend, my friend, with the Russian lady, thank you, mommy. But no, because she is moving in other frequency, different frequency than me. And if we try to dance, we enter in harmonic distortion, and we produce vibration. You understand? This is why in some RPMs of my boat, when the frequency is pretty similar to the frequency of the generator, if the generator is located over the propeller in an inboard boat, in some RPMs where the frequency is pretty close to the frequency produced for the generator, I don't have vibration. But if I change the RPM of my motor in a different range of RPMs, I create harmonic distortion with the generator and the vibration increase. This is the meaning of harmonic distortion. And this is why the generator should be located in other place different than over the area where the propeller is located underneath. This is the recommendation number 1. You will be the engineer who installed that generator over there. Oh, a wonderful guy a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, the installation is good, it's professional, but the location is not good. We need to move that generator to other place where I don't produce harmonic distortion. You enjoy the explanation, guys?
Yes.
This is the meaning of frequency. And we are going to use frequency in electricity and frequency in a mechanical propulsion system. Okay, guys.